Shalom, shalom to the 144,000, the elect. Before I get started, let me give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kodash, the one to the apostles and nails, the great millstone. Peace and blessing to the brothers that are preaching truth in the four winds of the earth. May Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua have mercy upon you. Alright, I'm starting out with this lady Linda Mahone faces confirmation hearing as Trump looks to close education department. See, all these big big governments, you name it, from the FBI all down to the Attorney General, you name it, man. Trump is closing a lot of these places because why? This is the network. You got to start from the federal, then you go down, because it's harder to mess with your locals, you know, your local state down. The federal version of who Trump and his vice president is going after, which is what they're going after the meat of it, especially this damn education department. You know, that place is just as wicked as taxes. They had the same, because they got the same well, they go Eve what they call them? They go Eve what they damn, they always talking about some well, I got a PhD. Hey, but anyway, let's get through these videos here so I can get these precepts in, so I can close it out. But listen here. We're gonna start with the giant, which is the education department. Here we go.
Longtime Trump supporter, serving as a cabinet member in his first term, the leader of the Small Business Administration, then a member of his transition team. So it's no surprise that he picked her for another cabinet post. But the surprise is what he wants her to do with it.
Put yourself out of a job.
Shutting down the Department of Education is a pledge Mr. Trump made throughout his campaign, and as recently as yesterday.
I'd like it to be closed immediately. Look, the Department of Education's a big con job.
Huh? The Department of Education is a big con job. Why is it? Because, you know, most of the people that got these educations and pursuing education, the education that they get, 90% of the time they don't even go in that field of job. And people make tons of money, man, and it don't go away. That shit does not go away. It's just like owing the taxes on something. The federal government, education department is the same way. They come after you, man, and they don't stop. Trust me, I know. I know a lot of you all know too. Probably all of you all, right? Because we all had some form of education in this wicked place.
Today in confirmation hearings, McMahon saying she's determined to improve a, quote, system in decline.
We can do better. Fund education freedom, not government-run systems. Listen to parents, not politicians. Build up careers, not college debt.
On both sides of the aisle, she is credited.
Who don't have college debt? We all have college debt.
For her business skills, creating an entertainment giant, World Wrestling Entertainment, with her husband, Vince McMahon. But she doesn't have a lot of education experience, with just a year-long stint on the School Board of Trustees for Sacred Heart University in Connecticut and the state's Board of Education back in 2009. And some wonder, what will she do for the nation's 50 million public school students who receive funding from the Department of Education, which the president is pushing to downsize with budget and staffing cuts?
To make sure we can deliver for our...
Look at that, y'all.
I said he picked her for another cabinet post.
Oh, God damn it. Let's get that back. Who was the first one screaming in the background concerning that education, y'all? Huh? Who was the first one?
McMahon saying she's determined to improve a, quote, system in decline.
We can do better. Fund education freedom, not government-run systems. Listen to parents, not politicians. Build up careers, not college debt.
On both sides of the aisle, she is credited for her business skills, creating an entertainment giant, World Wrestling Entertainment, with her husband, Vince McMahon. But she doesn't have a lot of education experience, with just a year-long stint on the School Board of Trustees for Sacred Heart University in Connecticut and the state's Board of Education back in 2009. And some wonder, what will she do for the nation's 50 million public school students who receive funding from the Department of Education, which the president is pushing to downsize with budget and staffing cuts?
To make sure we...
Look back there. Well, yeah, you got Eve. Eve, the first one screamed out concerning education. Because, Eve, the so-called black woman, who got more education and degrees than them? And versus what? Debt. So she should be the last one screaming. I'm quite sure she got debt from loans that she owed, and she's in the background. You see how they don't have good sense, man. They don't have good sense to know what's good for them, what's going to help them, and what so-called black women don't have debt, man. They go what his name is. God damn it! The brother that died, that was teaching. He say, "I got a PhD." He always making that quote when Eve come on the one of his live shows. Damn, what's his name, man? Yeah, y'all. Sometimes the mind go blank. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Damn, this game again. I can't think of his name. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Let's hear him out. Let's hear Eve raise hell concerning the education department.
We can deliver for our education.
Sparking outbursts today during the hearing.
The committee will come to order.
Some families are on edge. Carrie Rodriguez, the president of the National Parents Union, attending McMahon's hearing today. What are you hearing from parents?
A lot of fear. It's very destabilizing for families. The most important thing that we provide them is stability.
The Department of Education providing a roughly $80 billion budget that goes to K-12 public schools, protects students in high poverty.
$80 billion. They can't even get a decent meal in them damn schools. $80 billion.
Districts, funds special ed, and advocates for students against sexual discrimination under Title IX.
Will you investigate those universities that are not complying with Title IX? Either they need to comply with the law, they need to follow the law of Title IX, they need to follow the rules issued by this administration, your department, or no federal funding.
We will make sure the law is enforced.
Trump plans to allocate that money elsewhere, pushing for school choice. Many agree that improvements are needed. As the DOE's recent Nations Report Card shows, students are still struggling to narrow the learning gap caused by the pandemic.
Folks should remember, the Department of Education in America really is a junior partner. Most of the money and the policy comes from the states or from local school districts.
It's true. The Department of Education provides only one of every $7 spent nationwide on education. However, some say its influence is powerful. Mike Petrilli, the president of the nonpartisan Thomas B. Fordham Institute, says this should be about centralizing leadership.
We need somebody who can use the bully pulpit to get the nation focused on those problems. But I think the Department of Education is very likely to be here 4 years from now.
Rahima is joining us now. It is so good to see you in person. Thank you. And it's nice to be in New York with you. Talk us through this, because you and I were just chatting about how you can't eliminate the Department of Education with the stroke of a pen. You can move its funding around. And that's going to make it potentially tricky, right, for parents, for students. Talk through where that money goes, how that would actually work.
That's what people are afraid of. For example, if you have children with disabilities who need...
Ain't that something, y'all? Another Eve, y'all. Another Eve concerning education. Who again? Garrett, you know what? Let's look it up. Let's see how I'm going to quote this here. Let me see. What race of people have the most educational debt? Let's see what it says.
education. There's talk about putting that money under the...
That thing pop on when it want to. It says that black borrowers typically have the highest student loan debt compared to white borrowers. This disparity is due to the number of factors, including differences in interest accrual, graduate school borrowing, and family wealth. Well, hell, I got a little more than what I expected, right? I didn't think they were going to give me this here. And you heard what I say. I can't even remember. Let me see what I say. I said, what race of people have the most educational debt? That's what I said. So let's go back. Right. And it was who? Borrowers typically have black borrowers typically have the highest student loan debt. And we know that Eve, when they say black, that does not, trust and believe, we know that does not include, well, it includes black men, but for the most part, so-called black woman, she heads that. Let's see. Explanation. Student loan balances. Black borrowers are more likely to have higher student loan balances than white borrowers. For an example, 64% of black borrowers report have student loan balances about $10,000 compared to 53% of white borrowers. Debt after graduation. You know what? Let me just clarify. Let me just be specific. Do black women lead the education as far as debt? Look at that. Yes, black women often. Let's see. Hold up, y'all. They got me. The word leave. They got leave. Leave. They got leave. You know what? Let me read that for a minute. Let's see what came up. There we go. It says black women finish their undergraduate degrees with more debt than white, Hispanic, Latinx, and Asian men and women. The average amount borrowed by black undergraduate women is $37,558, while the average for the overall population is 31. Look at that, y'all. It gave me what I wanted right there. Let me read that again. It says black women finish their undergraduate degrees with more debt than white, Hispanic, Latino, and Asian men and women. Now, this is the part here. The average amount borrowed by black undergraduate women is $37,558, while the average for the overall population, that's everybody else, is $31,172. Man, boy. Let's see. Do black women have the most student debt? Black women have the most highest average student loan balances and more likely to experience greater runaway loan balances. Can't make this shit up here, boy. What percentage of black women are college educated? Today, black women are 12 points more likely than black men to have 38% of black women versus 28% of black men. There is also a growing gender gap between Hispanic men and women. BS. Well, hey, the point made concerning these sisters, man. You know, these so-called black women, man. They just, you know, this is why Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, cater to them in the manner that they cater to them, man. Hey, they give them money. Trust and believe. They give them a lot of money. When it comes to housing, government assistance. Period. When it comes to government assistance, but guess what? Eve is that giant in the midst of everyone that spends the most money, and she just spends recklessly. Yeah, recklessly. She have no ability to save money. She don't know what saving money is. She don't know. Let's go.
Department of Health and Human Services. So a parent would have to go to that department for assistance. If there are some civil rights violations within a school, the Department of Education has that component under the Department of Education umbrella. Well, that might go to the Department of Justice that people have to go to. So if someone was talking about, this is like trying to buy a car. You want to just go to the dealer and get all the different, a car.
You want a car, a whole
right.
car.
You don't want to have to go wheels one place, a steering wheel someplace else, and somewhere else a seat, because it diminishes what you have to put together. So they're concerned about it. The question becomes one of, will they eliminate the whole department? It takes 60 votes in the Senate to eliminate a cabinet position. The Republicans have 53. So can they get rid of it completely? Maybe not. But they might be able to diminish the significance of it by reducing its effectiveness and by eliminating or reducing the funding to certain departments.
Rahima Ellis, it is definitely one to watch as we watch to see what happens with Linda McMahon.
Man, you know what, man? I'm going to say this here. If he can downsize the damn FBI, all these different police I'm looking for academies, police academies or whatever, I don't know the overall inner workings in the name, in all of the names concerning the departments when it comes to damn police officer. But if he can downsize that, he can damn so downsize the education department. So let's get into something else here. This is one I want to get in here, which is I'm gonna tell you what I did. All I did, I said important news today, because what I noticed is that they pushing out that 50 Cent and that what that boy named Big Meech crap. That shit is it's on the net, on the internet, real prevalent. So I wanted to know what the hell going on today that they're trying to hide. So this is why I'm digging into these videos in the manner that I am. Okay, say over here, morning news, full broadcast, Attorney General Pam Pondy delivers remarks. Something I wanted to get, man. Trump announces plans for reciprocal tariff in India and U.S. trading partners. Let's get into this here. Then we'll come back. Because this was 3 hours ago.
India's been, to us, just about the highest tariffed nation anywhere in the world. They've been very strong on tariffs, and I don't blame them necessarily, but it's a different way of doing business. It's very hard to sell into India because they have trade barriers, very strong tariffs. We are right now a reciprocal nation. We are. Okay,
this is it's a now President Trump, Indian Prime Minister Modi speaks at White House after what tariff announcement. So this, well, y'all know by now what tariff. What is tariff? What is tariff? Trump announces plans for reciprocal. You know what? You know what? I do it again. I don't know who first on here. Tariff. Right? Let me do the whole word. I ain't do the whole word there. Let's do what is reciprocal tariff? What we get here? The Reciprocal Tariff Act provided for what? The negotiation of tariff agreement between United States and separate nations, particularly Latin American countries. It just deals in trade, right? I should just did tariff. What is tariff? Why this thing ain't talking, man? Hold up. It must be hooked up on something. one of these things. I ain't even got time for all that. I just read it. A tariff is a tax on imported and exported goods. That's what it is. Tariffs are what? Are a form of trade regulations that countries use to protect domestic industries. So it just deals in money, you know. So let's hear this out here. It ain't but 3 minutes.
Going to, if it's India or if it's somebody else with low tariffs, we're going to have the same. We're going to have whatever India charges, we're charging them. Whatever another country charges, we're charging them. So it's called reciprocal, which I think is a very fair way.
I want to bring in now Yamiche Alcindor, who's been watching this news conference with us. Indian Prime Minister Modi, United States President Trump, of course, here in the East Room, back home in Washington at the White House. And Yamiche, as the rest of the news conference continues, I should note, we said at the top it was potentially going to be what's called a 2-and-2, meaning 2 questions from members of the press from each country. Obviously, we have seen other questions come up, including from our own Gabe Gutierrez, who is in the East Room now. And Yamiche, headlines here, right? When you look at this issue of tariffs dominating...
Damn, she talking over. I don't know what the hell. I think she talking over the good part there, y'all. Let's see can I get her mouth out of there.
Musk earlier, the Prime Minister acknowledged...
Look at how they, I want to hear it. I want to hear it. I don't want to hear her over talk him. Let's see something.
He met with Musk. He even had put out a picture of that we have. Fascinating because Musk is in the position typically reserved for a president or a head of state. Musk, of course, is neither at the moment.
Let's go here, man. I think it's at him. Trump signals uncertainty on, not Ukraine. Here it is right here. Let's try it right here. 12 minutes ago.
That the partnership and cooperation between India and the US can shape a better world. Friends, the people of America are aware of President Trump's motto, "Make America Great Again," or MAGA. The people of America are well aware of it. The people of India...
Look at Trump. Look at this expression. He's trying to say mega. He's trying to say mega, right? Look at the expression on Trump's face when he say MAGA.
The people of India too are focusing on both heritage...
I didn't go back for it. No, let me go back a little further. Why Trump face when the woman... Well, that's the interpreter for the guy, the Prime Minister of India.
Are focusing on both heritage and development as they move forward at a fast pace and with a firm resolve to ensure a developed India by 2047. If I were to say this...
Man, this crap didn't go back where I wanted to go. You know what the hell, it don't matter.
Borrowing an expression from America, our vision for a developed India is to make India great again, or MEGA.
Oh, there it is.
When America...
Look at Trump, make India great again. Oh, mega. Boy, I tell you, enemies, man. Enemies. All Trump doing is creating enemies in the inner workings of America, starting with these federal and state employees, right? Even federal and state employees consist of what? Police departments and FBI agencies, you name it, Homeland Security, all these jobs, everybody's job is in jeopardy. All of them jobs is in jeopardy. That's just again is the inner workings of America, which is what? Which is their system. Tearing it down. For what reason are they tearing down the system, the general makeup of this beast, this system? Why? For that NWO, New World Order. They're trying to establish that NWO, man. So, hey, for those of you have true understanding and aware of the overall matter that Trump, well, Trump just a puppet, but the elite is trying to what? It's trying to tear down the inner workings of America to establish the NWO.
America and India work together. That is, when it's MAGA plus MEGA, it becomes mega.
Hey, look how Trump looking at him, man. Like, what the hell is you talking about, man? Look how he looking at him, man. Hey, man. Look how Trump looking at him, man. Look at Trump's facial expression as he look at this guy here. What the hell is you talking about?
It becomes mega. A mega partnership for prosperity.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking.
All right, y'all. Hold up. Let's get to this here. Oh, I want to get to the. You know what? Here it is, right here. Now, this was a day ago. This is screaming real. Trump. Hold up. Let me get it in here. This is you see what it is.
Right now on Morning News Now, President Trump.
Here we go. This is when Trump it's on YouTube, but now I'm on this what is this shit? This Microsoft Bing. This is why the screen look different. I'm not on actual YouTube, clicking on YouTube. I'm on this Bing, whatever. Microsoft Bing. Anyway, this is Elon Musk and his son. And this is Trump here. I know most of you all probably seen it before. For those of you who haven't seen it, Elon Musk's son, dang, I ain't noticed it. I thought it was the short version. Elon Musk's son told Trump to shut up. You know what? I got the long version. I might have to go to YouTube and get this here. Because I don't think they're going to, damn. Let's see if you want to show it to the beginning. Let's see. Let's just see it play.
Trump doubling down on his plans to downsize the federal government with a surprise Oval Office appearance by billionaire Elon Musk.
We want to weed out the corruption, and it seems hard to believe that a judge could say, we don't want you to do that. Well, so maybe we have to look at the judges.
The people voted for major government reform, and that's what people are going to get. They're going to get what they voted for.
Now federal courts challenging the limits of presidential power as federal workers brace for more cuts. Plus, an American teacher back in the U.S. after 3 years in a Russian prison. We have team coverage. Also this morning, uncertainty in the Middle East. Israel now threatening to end a ceasefire deal if Hamas doesn't release more hostages by this Saturday. We'll bring you the latest. Plus, digging out, developing this morning, a powerful winter storm bearing parts of the East Coast in several inches of snow.
Yeah, that's not what I wanted. I'm going to have to go to YouTube and get this in and pick this up right here, right? Hold up. I screen. Let me click on here on YouTube right quick. So I can, let's see what I go right here. I'll come back. Let's get this YouTube. So this is what hold up. I want to play that. Man, the internet's slow as hell tonight. 1 second. Okay, here it is. I want to, let's do this right here. See, the brother got a video up on them one body. Anyway, let's type in this right here. This is something. Son. Tell Trump Shut up. Let's see if it'll pop up. Here it is. Let's see. David Packman. That's what I want. Here we go. Let's see if it will come up.
Musk to say a few words, and we'll take some questions. Elon, go ahead.
Sure. So the
move this caption.
at a high level, you say, what is the goal of Doge, and I think a significant part of the presidency is to restore democracy. This may seem like, well, aren't we in a democracy? Well, if you don't have a feedback loop, FX, we would have to, if you sorry. So, tell you, gravitas can be difficult sometimes.
Man, let me click on this, man, so I can play this. So I can play this right. Let me click on this, move stuff around here. 1 second.
Sometimes.
Hey, now you best believe, right, that Elon Musk's son, you know, what kids do, what do kids do? Kids they repeat things, right? And either Elon Musk said it or his wife or somebody said this here concerning Trump. This is why he's saying this here. This child is just repeating something that was said around him. Cause I'm quite sure they didn't turn to him and tell him this here. But let me turn it all the way up here. See, can we get it? I know most of you all probably seen this here, but this is for the ones that haven't seen it.
I'll ask Elon Musk to say a few words, and we'll take some questions. Elon, go ahead.
Sure. So the at a high level, you say, what is the goal of Doge, and I think a significant part of the presidency is to restore democracy. This may seem.
He said, "You are not the president. You can go away." Trump turned his head when he said that. Check it out again now. He said, "You're not the president. You can go away."
So the at a high level, you say, what is the goal of Doge, and I think a significant part of the presidency is to restore democracy.
You're not the president. You can go away.
This may seem like, well, aren't we in a democracy? Well, if you don't have a feedback loop, FX, we would have to, if you sorry. So, tell you, gravitas can be difficult sometimes. If there's not a good feedback loop from the people to the government, and if you have rule of the bureaucrat, if the bureaucracy is in charge, and then what meaning does democracy actually have? If the people cannot vote and have their will be decided by their elected representatives in the form of the president and the Senate and the House, then we don't live in a democracy. We live in a bureaucracy. So it's incredibly important that we close that feedback loop, we fix that feedback loop, and that the public's elected representatives, the president, the House, and the Senate, decide what happens, as opposed to a large unelected bureaucracy.
All right, y'all. Let's click on one more of this. Let's see one more of them, right? Let's do this right here. Here we go. Let's click on this one. Let's get through this commercial here. You know, you can't stop commercial no more. You got to let them play out. Okay, here we go.
High IQ individual.
And check out this cool train it's got.
So thank you very much. We had a busy day today. The king just left, and we've had a great discussion, terrific discussion concerning Gaza and everything else. We had X, are you okay? This is X, and he's a great guy, high IQ.
With support of the president, we can cut the budget deficit in half from 2 trillion to 1, and then with deregulation, there's a lot of sort of regulations that don't ultimately serve the public good. We need to free the builders of America to build, and if we do that, that means I think we can get the economic growth.
I got them digging in the nose. That's what they were talking about. I heard, but they got them picking in. Oh no, that's the child.
Maybe 3-4%, maybe 5%. And that means if you get $1 trillion of economic growth, and you cut the budget deficit by $1 trillion, between now and next year, there is no inflation. There's no inflation in 26. And if the government is not borrowing as much, it means that interest costs decline. So everyone's mortgage, their car payment, their credit card bills, anything, their student debt, the monthly payments drop. That's a fantastic scenario for the average American. I mean, imagine they're going down the grocery aisle and the prices from one year to the next are the same, and their mortgage, all their debt payments dropped.
Man, that boy was cutting up, ain't it? I done had enough of Elon Musk and his son, man. So hey, let's do one more, y'all. One more. I was trying to find that video that I seen earlier with damn. Hold on, let me look at this real quick. Let me look at that real quick. I was saving some stuff earlier. I wasn't really going to play Elon Musk and his son. I just seen it and I heard some brothers play. I heard Apostle Tahar. You know what? It went up to the. Let's read some of them then. This is man, the name don't matter. You are not the president. You need to go away. That's sure what he said, right? And he said he's wiping boogers on the president's desk in the Oval Office, right in front of the president. I believe having his child present during serious discussions is a distracting. There is a proper time and place for everything. But you know what? These they start early, man, teaching their children, in the manner that most don't teach their children. So let's see. I hope I don't want to read all that. Let me see something. I hope we all know that it doesn't matter who is in the top job because this is a systematic problem. Greed. We have allowed many of our economic sectors to take advantage of the American people. It turned out to be a pretty good thing. It's disgusting and frightening for the future of our country. My husband and I be retiring in the next 2 years. This place be here. She's in another country. Hold up. My husband and I will be retiring in the next 2 years in another country. So they will be leaving America. We are absolutely worried that SSI will no longer be funded. We will have to rely on his pension for a 403B in a very let's try to be a good let's read all this here. Let's see. We will have to rely on his pension, a 403B, in a very prolific investment account with Catalana Sato Bush. I don't know what it is, don't ask me. My FA, our national debt is bloating and expanding every month. Our government needs to get spending under control and cut the federal budget. Why would they do that? If they do that, that means we don't owe anything on taxes. That's the whole purpose of giving you the illusion, the thinking that they're in this type of debt to keep you what? To keep you paying taxes. That's the whole purpose of it. Okay, poor kid wasn't even given a proper name. Yeah, X. Well, anyway, you edited out the part where the kid said to Trump, "You are not the president." I got it on the first one though. The U.S. government has become a clown show. An unelected guy talking garbage about democracy while his kid is picking his nose and telling the president that he is not the president and should go away. You are not the president. You need to go away. Stop talking. Hey, man, this is what we in. We're in the time of Esau's queendom is that a failure. Because, let's get this out of the way right here. You know it don't matter. We're in the, I might leave that right there. We're in the times of, again, of Esau Edom's system. What I say? Did I say Elon Musk system? I might have said. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The American, the system, man, which is the, you know what? Let's get some precepts right here. I will go into the precept. Okay. Now, you know, just me, right? I'm not prophesying anything, but I'm telling you, I think that within the next week or so, I think it's one of these, or even two, or even several of these federal workers and employees, that somebody gonna get hurt. I really believe that, because one thing about the, you know, so-called white people, they can't take being put they can't take being, you know, everything being taken from them, because they're so used to having everything and getting like you said, the tax breaks, the educational breaks, you know, you name it. The whole system was designed for Esau Edom to excel in his queendom. You know, this place was never for you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and natives of this land to prosper amongst these people, and you would never be equal to these people. So I don't know why most of you are always trying to put yourself on an equal level in Esau's kingdom. It'll never happen. It'll never happen. Just like when the kingdom of heaven comes, the kingdom of heaven is for the Israelites first. Every nation that you can name coming to the kingdom of heaven, but it's gonna be a what? It's gonna be just like there's a status. It's gonna be a status in the kingdom of heaven. And the Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and natives of this land, we're gonna be the what? The rulers in that life and forever and here on. Because why? Because Yahweh Shai, our big brother, the King of Kings, right? We are ignorantly called Jesus. He's going to be what? Well, King David coming back. King David going to be our king, right? So hey, man, you know we gonna, you know, it looks real good at this moment from concerning Esau's kingdom, and him being what? Him being taken out of the way, which is that is 2nd Ezra 15 and verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Why is that? For the sword and the destruction draw near, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, in swords in their hands. And those modern day swords today are guns. You're seeing the inner workings of America is being what? Being taken apart. For what? For this new system, this new beast system. Which is in Revelations, 13, chapter 13, verses 16 and 17. You all don't get it. For the ones that don't get it, you won't get it, because the Heavenly Father has you caught up in what? In a stumbling block. And you yourself is proud, just as Esau Edom is proud, and thinking that the system is going to reboot itself back into order. It's just confusion in your mind. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword in their destruction draw near, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, in swords in their hands. Look for something in a minute. For there shall be sedition, meaning rebelling against what? Starting with, you know, these people are not small people, man. These are government people within the inner workings of the government system that Trump is tearing down. These places been around here, man, just about as long as this system has been in a perfect working order in using the people and taking the people. See, it looks good. It's gonna always look good to some, but some it's gonna always look good to some, and always look as being a failure to most, because they don't understand, right? They don't understand what's going on. You know, this is the left hand. The wicked elite is establishing what? The new world order, man, and getting ready for what? Overall chaos and madness and hell in America, man. For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. So this is what you see, starting at the top of what? Of all these government systems, at the top, they are what? They are invading one another, meaning they are taking jobs, starting there, taking jobs, and putting people in predicament to where they can't what? Earn a living. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. Right? These people are coming up against one another, and Elon Musk, he's heading the hey, just think about it. Elon Musk says what? The Department of Education no longer exists? Can you imagine that? Shh. And you think that some of these giants that's in the education department, you think they're not gonna man, that's a lot of money. What do they say, 80 billion? Probably more than that. But anyway, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, in the course of their actions shall stand in their power. You know what? Let me see something right quick. Y'all. Concerning the education department. I'm sorry how much money they make yearly. I just want just something I wanted to do. I don't know why this thing ain't talking. What's the average? No, hold up 1 second. Yearly, the education department should have said wealth. How much money is made in the education department yearly? That should take it up. There we go. Look at, oh my goodness. The U.S. Department of Education budget for 2024 is a budget for what? Was $238 billion. This makes it the 6th highest fund federal agency. Yeah, top 6. The education budget includes funding for a variety of programs: early childhood education, Pell Grant, Title I, Work Assistance, Federal Student Aid Program. Yeah, all scams. It's just basically a scam. Just scamming the people out of their money. Anyway, because most of the people that goes and get these education again, most of these people in the education department, they don't do what? They don't go in the field that they graduating out of. They do what? You know, Eve be having 6 degrees and be working at McDonald's, Walmart, all these low paying jobs, but you got 6 degrees. But you always want to talk about your degree when you come online and talking, being interviewed, or come online running your mouth. You want to talk about how many degrees you got, but you on welfare and you're working at McDonald's. Madness, man. Verse 16 again, which is 2nd Legislation 15 and 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. In the course of their actions shall stand in their powers. So, you know, they'll come up against one another. And while they're coming up against one another, they're going to be what? Man, a lot of these Edomites, they're not going to lay down, man, for their kings or their princes, meaning their presidents, and these high officials, they're coming at their jobs. And then the first thing, you know, first thing they're going to say, well, hell, he might get my job next. So they're going to be sedition, man, meaning rebelling against one another on a high scale that we, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and natives of this land are not going to be part of. But the time is going to come where you are going to be targeted, though. After the inner workings of Esau, Edom, and they coming up against one another and slaughtering one another, guess what? They coming at you Negroes. Verse 17 of 2nd Esdras 15 and 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be what? Destroyed, and men shall what? Be afraid. What they're afraid of? Of losing everything. They're losing everything. Why they're losing everything? Because, for one, the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, is getting ready to what? To visit this wicked place, man. But Esau, Edom, the wicked elite, they're going to what? They're going to destroy the inner workings of this place to prepare for what? The New World Order, man. The overall, they got to destroy what they created to bring in that MOTB and that mark, which is that chip. Because then, you know, all these things are going on in the world, man. You know, World War III is damn near kicking up over there in the so-called Middle East. They're gathering together again, and the groups in the Middle East getting larger and larger. Getting larger and larger. In American, I just want to see America go over there and be involved in, because they're stretched thin, man. They're stretched thin, very thin. You know, people are dying. People been dying, man, at large numbers, man, across the earth. Everything you see, all of the chaos you see, all of the hell in these different countries, all of these things are by the hands of who? Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. Verse 19 is 2nd Esdras 15 and 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread, and for what? And for great tribulation. So it does not matter what system that you are part of, whether you are part of any of these branches, man. Any of these branches, especially starting with the government, and it's gonna trickle down. Just a matter of time. But it'd be harder to get your local governors and mayors, because why? Because especially Texas, man. You know, they're not called a Lone Star State for nothing, man. You know, they got different everything. The taxes, how they do taxes, and property, how they deal on a overall scale concerning the general makeup of the system that we most know of. Texas is not in that same makeup of that's why I call it the Lone Star State. For those of you who don't know that, right? But over here in 2nd Esdras 16 and 17. Woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days? So, starting with which they have already started with us, destroying us in large numbers, and most of us can't see it. You know, you can't see the overall death toll that they have done to you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and natives of this land within the last since C-19. Yeah, a lot of jokers gone. Why? Because they're putting their trust in what? In you know who? The so-called white man. They're putting their trust in him, and they're gonna put their trust in. Most of you all still gonna put your trust in him concerning the MOTB. So a lot of you all are gonna get it. You're gonna take it, and you're gonna be what? This is why if Jacob Trouble don't get you, and you make it through Jacob Trouble, let's say most of you all make it through Jacob Trouble, you're not gonna make it through what? That fire, which is the Heavenly Father gonna send His Son to rain down on you. You're not gonna make it out of it. And this is 18. 2nd Esdras 16 and 18. The beginnings of what? Of sorrows which is what? Which is Jacob's trouble. And you can get that in Daniel 12. And great mornings, you know what? Let's just go to it right quick. I want to go to a video. It'll be a little long, but doesn't matter. Let's just get this right quick, right? Where I want to go? At the very top, which is Daniel 12:1. And at that time shall Michael stand up. Michael is who? It's the angel of war, which is the head angel of going to be Yahweh Shai, of the Lord, should I say. And at that time shall Michael stand up. That time is what? Jacob's trouble, martial law, hell kicking up. These are the things that what? That we are coming upon because the wicked elite is trying to. This is why they're trying to establish their own birthright, man, and it's not going to happen. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, which is the Israelites. And there shall be a time of trouble, which is what? Jacob's trouble. Making me go into some more precepts now, y'all. Let's see something here. Just thought about Zephaniah. Let's see something here. Yeah, 1:14. Zephaniah 1:14. Why not? The great day of the Lord Yahweh is near. It is near, and hasteth greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord Yahweh, the mighty man, which is Esau, Edom of the earth, shall cry there bitterly. That day, what day? The day of the Lord, Judgment Day. That day, one day is what? Is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and desires, in distress, a day of what? Of wasteness, and what? Desolation. Meaning what, man? Nuclear destruction, man. So again, if you don't make it out of if you make it out of Jacob's trouble, this is what's going to shoot. I can go to 18, but I'm not going that far. Those of you that make it out of Jacob's trouble, you're not going to make it out of that nuclear destructions. You know, that mighty man Esau, Edom, meaning the armies that will what come against Yahweh Shai and the angel. So Esau, Edom, they're going to stand and try to fight against Yahweh Shai. You know, how do we know this? Because the scriptures say so, and the scriptures have been on point since our forefathers been preaching, and most of us are back in that spirit, the same spirit that was in the days of old, prophesying and giving you what? The true understanding of the scriptures again, all over again. The beginnings of 2nd Ezra 16 and 18 again. The beginnings of Jacob's trouble and great mournings, the beginnings of famine and great death, the beginnings of wars and the powers, Esau, Edom shall what? Shall stand in fear. The beginnings of what? Of evils, bad times. What shall I do when these evils shall come? So this is what you see. This is what you see. All these times are a bad time because the scripture is very clear about that no one is going to escape the overall rebooting and generating of what? Of this new system. Which is what? Revelation 13:16. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their hand or in their forehead. So no one can escape. The scriptures is very clear concerning all. That's all. You know, a lot of these people that in these high positions that Trump is targeting, they never thought that they would come, that the president would be coming at them in the manner that he's coming at them. It's time to be boot, baby. Verse 17, in what? And that no man, natural man, might what? That's verse 17, which is Revelation 13 and 17. And that no man might buy or sell. Y'all be forgetting about that. The buying and sell portion of when you're trying to make this mark be something outside of the chip. You be forgetting about the buying and selling the portion of it. So how can you make it be sin or any all of the madness that you try to say that it is, which you forgetting the portion which is in 17 concerning the buying of the selling part. Say he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Because why? You at that point you're gonna choose. Once you put that in your hand, that chip in your hand, what's gonna happen? You have made a decision. You have chose Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, and you had not chose the Heavenly Father to what? Because a lot of y'all are not gonna get it because for one, you're serving your own belly, and you allowing yourself. I'm talking about you Israelites first, because judgment must begin at the house of Israel first, right? You all are going to get it. That's why you all are getting it in the manner that you're getting it, and it's not going to stop. It's not going to stop until Yahweh shall come down here and just cleanse all of you all, right? And I pray that I am a part of the hopeful elect. No one is excluded from going through the hell of Jacob's trouble. No one, because the scriptures is very clear concerning the which is Revelation 14 and 9, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast, and how do you worship the beast? Worship by what? His system, and his image, which is the system, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, charagma, mark. These things you can't get around them, man. Acts 17, what that is? 17 and I think it's Acts 17:29. That goes into it as well, right? So let me read this here now. Read verse 10. I'm gonna close this out. Let's go back over in the second Ezra 16 and 19. Behold, famine and plague and tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for what? An amendment. The punishment and the mental suffering and all of the what? All these things are what? Are created. It's going to be a betterment and an improvement. Not for this system. For what? For the Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Because the Heavenly Father, nor be always mindful of what? Of the scourges. Right? Because no one is going to escape the affliction. And all these things and the punishment of the people is for a reason. And these reasons are what? Of you choosing the what? Choosing to serve the what? The beast. Which is his system. You have chose him instead of the Heavenly Father. I'm going to cut it out right here. I'm going to read this. Let me see here. Now I'm going to go to verse 22 of 2nd Ezra 16 and 22. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape hunger shall the sword destroy. Right? And that's verse 18, verse 18, which is the beginning of sorrow, which is what? Jacob's trouble. So I'm gonna read Revelations 14 and 10. I'm gonna close this out. The same shall drink. So when you take that mark, this is what you chose this the red man of the earth, which is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. You chose him and his system. So when you choose him and his system, you're going to what? You're going to receive extreme anger, and that extreme anger from the Lord consists of what? Consists of you being destroyed by that everlasting fire, which is what? Which is here on earth, which is your body burning until what? Till it's ashes. Verse 10, Revelation 14 and 10. The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, meaning extreme anger. And he shall be what? Tormented with fire and brimstone. There it is. That's your fire. In the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And that Lamb is who? Yahweh Shai. Revelation 15:1-3. So the Yahweh Shai, the angels, the elect that's going to be caught up, we're all going to be a witness to what? To the death and destruction of America. So for those of you all are not afraid and you wants to be part of this system and wants to continue to be part of this system, continue to be part of the system, and what? Guess what? You could expect extreme anger from the Lord for you to be what? Destroyed in that time. Right? So I'm going to say, Call Allah Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Bekah Quadash, Shalom.